I don't care how many people tell you being vegan is easy. It's not when you're not used to it.
It's not. What's up, guys? It's Kat and Dev from Two Market Girls. Welcome to Whatever Wednesday. Today's video is a wine and cheese Q&A.
Because it's National Wine and Cheese Day.
Holla.
Wine. Cheese. Can they see the cheese?
They can't see the cheese. Cut to the cheese. Cut the cheese.
Okay, we're doing like a mini cheese taste test, right?
Yeah.
I haven't had 2 of the 3 that we're eating, I think.
I haven't had one of them. I've had the rest.
Wow.
I eat a lot of cheese.
Kind of a taste test. So we both haven't had this one, right? So
This is
the first one is the She's brand. We've tried them before. Weren't a huge fan.
No.
But we've had stuff after having theirs, and we do really like some of their other products. So we're trying their blue cheese.
I would also highly recommend their jalapeno and chilies cheddar style. It is so freaking good in grilled cheese.
What was the first one we tried of theirs?
I have no idea.
Go back to the video and check. Okay, second one.
Next up is
Devin's fave.
Yes, I love Nuts for Cheese. That's the brand.
She loves nuts.
You're gonna love my nuts. This is the chipotle cheddar. I also really like the smoky artichoke and herb.
I don't have this brand often, so because it's expensive.
It is expensive. And then we went with some classic Daya.
Which I love the Daya block. Daya blocks are great.
Yes, the blocks are on point.
I've had this one before, and I do like it.
This is the smoked Gouda. And then we're drinking wine.
Yeah. What wine are we drinking?
It is called Small Talk Burning Ambition.
I think so.
Cheers. So every time we talk about doing a Q&A video, we think, okay, let's just see if people have questions for us.
No one does.
No one does, but we keep doing Q&A videos.
Because people ask for Q&A videos, but then never give us questions.
Yeah, so we're just...
So we asked our friends, who were not very helpful.
I mean, they had
Some decent ones.
it was an interesting discussion.
Yeah. And then we all also just picked some random questions. We went back to like questions people have asked previously, even if we answered them already, like on Instagram and like Facebook and stuff. And, oh, you're just starting already.
I'm really hungry.
Okay. So one of the questions that we got from actually somebody that we don't know, which is great.
A real person.
What is your favorite place to eat in Toronto / not in Toronto since you don't necessarily live here? What's your favorite place to eat?
Like in the world?
Sure.
This is a tough question.
Oh my God, what's your favorite restaurant to go to? That's a tough question.
Yeah.
My favorite is Bloomers. I love Bloomers. It's not really a restaurant, it's more like a cafe, but Bloomers is the best. They have delicious donuts. That's all I could ask for. And second is a Pie Clips now.
See, I'm thinking like a Pie Clips. I'm thinking Hogtown. I'm thinking King's Cafe.
It's hard because you have a few for like different categories. Like if you're trying to find comfort food, Hogtown is like your go-to. But I don't know, I find myself going to Bloomers the most. Devin's having trouble. This is like the podcast.
I'm not good at making decisions like this. Picking favorites, I don't like to do. That wasn't even the question though. You changed the question.
Favorite place to eat in Toronto?
It's not places. Are you sure it's not plural?
Okay, plural.
Okay, then I said them.
Is there books that changed your outlook on like diet or exercise or lifestyle / books about veganism that you'd recommend?
I don't know how to read.
What are books?
What do you think of the blue cheese?
It doesn't taste like blue cheese to me. It's good cheese, but I don't know. I haven't really realized that I'm eating blue cheese yet. I just started eating this. Okay.
Books.
There wasn't many books that actually changed my outlook on diet. It was more blogs and like people's experiences and documentaries and stuff. Oh, She Glows, the blog, like kind of changed my outlook a little bit.
How so?
And then I don't know. I just kind of read her story. Like she was like recovered from like eating disorders and stuff like that, and was like she connected so well to it, and like the way she made vegan food
Yeah.
just was so appealing.
That's interesting.
But documentaries were probably a bigger thing. Like Earthlings, one of the saddest documentaries you'll ever watch.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's sad. It's sad. It's all about animal cruelty.
I don't want to see it.
It's Joaquin Phoenix narrates it.
Oh.
It's a great documentary, but it's like really sad to watch. Forks Over Knives I really liked. I can't remember any of them. I think I have a list on our website. But all those like documentaries had a bigger play on my change of outlook on life. I don't know, just because I really do like documentaries. But yeah, that was the bigger change. But I did read the China Study, which I have. The China Study, which is all about health. And like they studied China, because where they don't have a lot of meat in their diet. Like meat's more of like a side component as opposed to like the main dish. And they kind of like studied their health and everything and like how their health differs from Western society and stuff. And it's really interesting read. You know, it's like, again, it's not everything in there is probably 100% accurate. So again, take it with a grain of salt. But it's very interesting to like, if you want to just start thinking about things a little differently. I really like it. Okay, and then this is a question we got from our friends last night.
Last night.
About first dates. And I mean, it's harder to answer because it was more, I feel like more for the perspective of the non-vegan.
Yeah.
But it's like dating non-vegans and like how you would approach a first date.
Well, it was like about what you would order, right?
Yes.
So as a vegan, would you be worried about the person ordering something really, really like a steak? Like, would you be offended by that?
And like, we told them this yesterday too. We're, I think, the wrong people to answer that question because we're very relaxed about this. Like, we believe people should eat what they feel best eating. So if that's a steak, it's a steak.
Yeah.
It sucks, but...
I wouldn't feel personally attacked on a date if somebody ordered a steak.
But I guess, like, maybe we, like, twist this around, too. So, like, would you feel less inclined to, like, order a really, really intense vegan thing, like a fake chicken thing, or would you order, like, a salad? Because salads are normal to order.
Not for me.
I know, but like, would you steer away from the, like, weird vegan things?
I mean, if I'm at a restaurant that has something that sounds really good, and it's a weird vegan thing, I think I'd want to try it. But
Yeah, me too.
the thing about when you order fake meat is it's one of the things that people get the most
Weirded out about? And, like,
they debate it the
upset
most.
about?
Yeah, they're like, shouldn't you not like that because you gave up meat? Well, no. I gave up meat because I don't support murder.
Not because I don't love the taste of meat.
Yeah. So.
That was very aggressive.
Yeah. Okay?
I don't support murder.
Let me just eat my fake chicken.
Have you had bad experiences with non-vegans?
All of them.
No, I haven't had a bad experience with non-vegans. Like someone trying to convince you that your way of life is wrong, I guess.
Oh.
Have you? No. You have people question it a lot, I think.
I do.
Not necessarily, like, aggressively, but, like, they just question it.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things where it's not like I necessarily bring it up, but it just kind of gets brought up that I'm vegan, and then it always gets brought up once they know. Like, you find that too. Like, when
All
you're
the
the
time.
only vegan at the party, you're the topic of discussion.
And it's so annoying. Like, I just want to talk about something that's not related to veganism, please. For, like, 5 minutes, please.
I mean, it's okay, because people are just curious about it.
Which is nice to know.
Yeah, most of the time, it's not because they're being aggressive or attacking you. They're just genuinely curious.
And they finally have someone who's vegan that can answer the questions, right? So.
Exactly.
Okay. What is the best and worst things about YouTube? One of the things I don't like about YouTube is I find a lot of the content is similar. Like, they all start, like, overlapping and being very, very similar. Even if the creators start very unique, they eventually just kind of get into this, like, habit of just creating kind of, like, what everyone wants to see, which is what everyone else is doing. And it's a little upsetting.
It's, like, you want to be unique, but it's also hard to be unique and gain traction
on it,
right? I mean, it's frustrating as a creator because I know when people do videos that are, like, outside of their norm, like, our videos that aren't recipes don't do as well.
No,
like,
but we, like, love those videos.
Yeah. So it's like you struggle with this problem between doing the videos that you know are going to get the views and doing the videos that like you're genuinely just excited about making. So,
well, that's why I think that's also why we kind of have that happy medium. The Wednesdays we can, not that we don't like to shoot the recipe videos, we do really like them, but like we're not tied down to recipe videos for every single video now, because like we have this Wednesday where we can just make whatever we want to make, like this awesome cheese video.
I like that it's such an accessible way for people to share perspectives.
Or to just like learn.
You can learn about so many different parts of the world because there are so many different people on YouTube.
And like honestly, if I'm like struggling with a program or something like that, I go to YouTube and be like, how do I do this? Like it's not like you go to Google anymore, you go to YouTube for all these like tutorials now.
You can learn a lot. It's really fun. It's fun to be on there as a creator. The community is fun.
Sorry. Yeah. No, the community's great.
And you know what? It's really cool when people do come on YouTube and they do something really unique and you see it start to work.
Yeah.
I love seeing those channels grow.
One of my favorite things too is when people realize it. So like when people like on our earlier videos, when people are like, this is really good quality, I'm like, it's actually paying off, taking a lot of time to make each video. Like, because it takes a lot of effort to make these videos, but like we wanted to make sure that every video is really high quality and what we want it to look like, and it makes me so happy when people realize that. Okay. What inspired you to make videos, either before or now?
I started watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is awesome. I could do this. I want to do this.
I want to do this.
I like that.
Okay, what inspired TMG then?
Oh.
Lauren Toyota. Partially, for sure.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. Lauren, and you and I were talking, and because you had a blog.
I did.
I had my YouTube channel, and
we just joined forces.
Yeah.
We were just like, yeah, we may as well. And then it kind of, I feel like it turned into something quicker than we initially thought it would.
Yeah. I think we also just wanted, like, a creative project to work on.
Yeah.
And it's more fun to work on something with somebody else.
Oh, for sure. But also, like, it's nice to be able to do a creative project solely for yourself. Like, not do because you have a creative job still.
Yeah.
But, like, you're doing it to the guidelines of an organization. As opposed to this, we can just do whatever we want, really. So, advice to new vegans or people who want to go vegan.
We've talked about this a lot.
I know. We're going to talk about it again. But yeah, take it slow.
Take it slow.
Devin took it very slow.
Real slow.
But it worked out, I think.
You have to do whatever works for you. So people might make it look easy, but especially if you come from a household that is has more carnivore tendencies.
I don't care how many people tell you being vegan is easy. It's not when you're not used to it.
It's not.
It's not. When you get used to it, it becomes a habit, like everything does. But going vegan at first is not an easy thing, especially when you're used to being able to have like fast food right there and like being able to, having no limits, being able to eat basically whatever you want. So it's not an easy thing to do. Don't let people say that it's an easy thing to do.
Like it changes what you eat, but it also kind of changes socializing.
And I feel like, I mean, even if like, I'm not trying to say anyone's a bad person, but like, I feel like it might also change the way people view you a little bit. So,
yeah, I felt that too. Like, I don't really care if people know that I'm vegan, because then it just becomes a thing they always want to talk to you about. Yes. And I'm kind of like,
it's not what I identify myself as.
Yeah, can we talk about something else? I don't really care if you know what I eat. I'm not asking you what you eat.
Advice for starting a YouTube channel.
Don't just do what everyone else is doing.
Yes. Do what feels right to you. Even if that happens to be what everyone else is doing, do what feels best and most natural to you, I think.
Don't do it for money.
Or views, or subscribers.
Yeah, don't try to do like stupid stuff for clickbait and for subscribers, because that might be what YouTube has kind of become, but that's really not what it should be.
YouTube's about creativity.
Yeah, and creativity and community.
What equipment do we use? So photography and filming, we use different stuff. For filming, what do we use?
For filming, we shoot all on Sony. Most of our B-roll is shot on a Sony A77 Mark II. And when we're just on the tripod, we're shooting on a Sony A6300. Both just kit lenses. I prefer Sony. I like Sony because I use it for video.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Sony's a go-to for video a lot.
Yeah.
For photography, I use we used to use the Canon Rebel T5, but we recently switched over, which I think the photos have already been it, right? Mm-hmm. I recently bought the Canon 80D that I use, which is amazing. Has a touch screen and a flip-out screen, which is the most incredible thing. Mm-hmm. That, and I use a really cheap Canon 50mm lens for all the photography.
It's a great starter lens. I cannot recommend it enough.
It's under $200 and it's an amazing lens. Like, it's the best bang for your buck you'll ever get in any lens. And then other than that, we have a really cheap photography setup. Yep. We made our photo boards out of wood from the hardware store, painted it. We use parchment paper as our backdrop now. I use a white foam core board as a reflector type thing. Really cheap setup. Okay, what's your go-to meal? Just like an everyday meal. I think I have a few. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of them. Stir fries always go-to. I make cauliflower wings a lot.
My go-to weekday meal is definitely like stir fries. Change up the sauces and the vegetables.
My go-to weekday meal right now, because it's a summer, is barbecue. Grilling vegetables. That's my go-to. I usually just kind of make a bunch of vegetables and just eat that.
You're so vegan. Oh my god.
My go-to meal right now is a bunch of grilled asparagus and a bunch of grilled bell peppers and onions. That's my go-to meal. Every once in a while, I'll throw in some tofu on the grill. Favorite recipe we've ever made on our blog.
Ooh.
Or favorite few.
Okay, thank you. The Southern Fried Portobello Burger.
Yeah, that's one of the best recipes we've ever made. It's so good.
Freaking amazing.
That one, I really liked the Big Mac poutine. I really, really liked that. Oh, the savory oatmeal was one of my favorites we've ever made. It's so good, because it's one that I make a lot. Not anymore, because it's hot out, but earlier in the year, I would make it almost every day for breakfast. It was so good.
Also, our air-fried popcorn tofu. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Your sweet chili heat sliders.
Heck yeah.
Those will be out by this time. Gingerbread waffles were amazing.
That's probably my favorite sweet recipe that we've ever made.
There's lots to choose from.
They're all amazing. Watch all of our videos.
Haven't made a single bad recipe. Okay. That was the Q&A.
Okay.
Thank you for your non-questions.
Yes. Thank you for not sending in questions again.
All those people who suggested a Q&A, if you want another one, leave the questions in the comments below. We won't be answering them in the comments, but we'll answer them in a future video. But if we don't get questions on this video, we're not doing another Q&A ever again.
Never.
Never.
Also, if you like hearing us kind of just talk, we have a podcast for that. But yeah, check out our podcast, TMG Unfiltered.
Which is basically what we do on our podcast.
Yeah, we pick a topic for each podcast. Sometimes we do Q&As on the podcast as well.
Fun Q&As.
Yeah, it's just a chance for us to have a discussion about things that we're interested in. So we'd love to have you guys listen and to give us feedback.
Yes, and feedback can be sent to our new Instagram account at TMG_unfiltered. It's where I'll posting all of our blog posts, our podcast episodes, and just kind of random photos and things that we want to post.
Content that isn't necessarily just food.
Yeah.
Because like we said, we don't really like being
tied down.
Yeah. We're free spirits. We need to be unfiltered.
Free.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
That too.
So you don't miss any vegan recipes every Sunday and whatever Wednesdays every other Wednesday. And that's all.
Happy Wine and Cheese Day.
Yay!
We did do new coffee.
Yeah, just so you know, the camera's on. Oh, she's talking in her mouth.
It's quiet. We did it in
Okay. I don't think we're gonna get any more. People hate us.
People hate us?
Yeah, why are you so annoying? That's the first question.